Thank you for tuning in with the Enchantress. That is me, the Babbler. That is me on this evolutionary high of an uprise at this time. Spirit brings to the table that I am to go and pull finally, because I've been trying to do this since last night. But the sexual tarot, the magical sexual tarot oracle cards, they keep calling out to me with this, story. And so, whatever. Now I have my spirit animal oracles, and I am just going to go from there, work from there, and take what resonates, let go what doesn't. Make sure to tune in to enchantingbabble.blogspot.com, and also follow me on Instagram at enchantress, 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 the one and only. So without further ado, because I'm trying to keep these videos as short and sweet and cosmically upbeat, so that you may receive the messages so deep for you, mind, body, heart, and soul. Take what resonates, let go what doesn't. Be mindful that everything is, all time is infused together. So, depends on what level of perception of weather you're on. What weather channel do you tune into? So, yeah, so lately, these last couple of days have been a lot of, for me personally, a huge downloading time. A lot of calming waters too, although we're in the jacuzzi, you see. But again, that's perception, or for me, in regards to what I am currently tapping into for myself, for my health, for my wealth, and just noting the difference of being able to operate consciously on these lands, although I'm tapped into so many things that are a part of the system. Because, no matter how conscious you can be, if you feel things so deep, And so here, don't mind the wash in the back. So when you feel things that way, and you're tapped into that kind of way, there's nothing that you can do to technically remove yourself from picking up this energy all around. But that's perception too, which when you enlighten yourself into that level of consciousness, that allows you to filter, clear what's happening here, then you become the commander of your own ships, And so with that being said, there's so many different things that we can put into practice to be able to navigate on these 3D realms, tapped in as much as you are. And overwhelming it can feel like in many kind of ways, especially in the beginning when you're being conscious to those waves and you're like, I feel everything so deep, that kind of creep. But it doesn't have to feel that way either, even though there's nothing that you can do to not feel the things that you do and tap into. But it's the choices you make that will be up to schedule us for debates, so that you can finer tune your own alchemy. I didn't say it wasn't going to be no works, guys. So the spirit animal that's going to be talking to us at this golden opportunity of a time, when I have, like I said, I was tapping into, I'm just sharing with you all the quiet zone of clarity that I'm filtering, or that I'm on. And so it feels good. It feels really good to feel this kind of leveling of alignment for myself. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Mid-card root. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. That's all that's happening at this time. Freedom is ours. It's time to take these deep dives into our own align. You know, no matter what the catalyst is for you in your life, whether it's a person, place, or thing, or memory, or epiphany that you are to receive, whatever the catalyst is that births into you this awakening tune of laying a solid foundation off of what you already have created. Poor Spirit, again, look on this side. Freedom is yours to create. The magician that is here within you, that is no debate. What balancing acts and what are you, like the chariot too, of just holding the reins and power leading your own campaign, comes with the clarity of self-talk and honesty. Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive coming up twice. This one just spit it out this time. So we are going to tune into the Swan Spirit. For Swan has something to say. And I just think about lovers in every kind of way, but the alchemy, because, you know, I am a romantic in that kind of way. So, of course, I'm going to think about the divine masculine and divine feminine, because I was raised on novellas. So you go into that kind of dynamic, that catalyst. But understanding from my own alchemical fix that the alchemist, the magician, the high priestess, the empress, the queens, the kings, the knights, the pages, the court, all court cards, all mundane levels of existence, that I am part of this too, for I am all, and yet I am none, but we are one. Okay, this is going to be fun. So the Swan Spirit says, time for a deep dive. The dive of our mind, body, heart, and soul has conjoined twins this time. It's just like, does the body good? It does. It does. It's time for a deep dive. With their graceful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When Swan Spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. What purpose do you servitude yourself? Check your attitude. Yes, this be true. What purpose does your vibration serve etude to you? Okay, you may think you know what is best for you now. Take a step down. Let's adjust these crowns and know that when we give in and surrender to this alchemical, like, cosmic show that we are presenters of, you know, what we birth into this rebirth, afterbirth, through the tower crumble, that it's just, you know, who's ready to rumble? That kind of fumble, well, you know, it reveals so much to our own sense of self recognition. Okay? You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your own awareness, for there is knowledge you are not aware of and great treasures to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from a greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or a relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, that just sounds like I play on my own hot guitar strings, you know what I mean? So too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understandings and connectivities and partnerings, and just love bursting free when it's allowed to express itself through the vulnerability that it brings when one surrenders and falls to their knees. It's just like, yes, I surrender to thee, thee being self, majesty, your highness, your royal highness, such sweet divine refinements. I love this cosmical ethics that got me being every player of a play, existing my own way, understanding that I am center stage. These plays that we play out, all the world is a stage, all the world is a stage. Everyone, 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 get to your parts, get to your part, find from your heart, get to your part. That'll reveal to me the place, the placements in the stage, that when we come across and we cross paths, what part you roll, what role you play in my cosmic lens. Oh, thank you some more. I think I might write you into my script. Well, what we have here, a writer. Are you a writer too? These things, these revelations, these things that art breeds and inspires in others to seed when they find their alchemy, for we are all artists, dear. Artist, heart, artist, heart, artist, heart. And you come from another space or a place, another realm that now has you melancholy-ish in some kind of way, because there has to be more to this. I swear there has to be more to this. You see? But what are these things? Feelings, get them away from me. Swan spirit sees beneath the superficial that will get you nowhere and get you by yourself and a little grumpy and saying, well, what is it that I miss when I have it all? Well, here enters us at this cosmic ball, and we're just like, all for one and one for all. But I stand here in this corner tall by myself. I am satisfied with this leveling of existing. Really? Well, what brings you to this ball, after all, if you have all that you possibly need? Why do you keep coming here to this party? Please, let me know. But anyways, spirit sows what it sows, so now you know. You are here. Why? What purpose does the swan serve for you in your own cosmically delicious life? Because if we are interacting, you got that right. There is some deliciousness, waiting for you to. I will need this to be absolute cosmic, aligned with me, truth, the birth of you coming through. Peekaboo. So, Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others, and resist the urge to put on another cover of a mask that serves you not right or righteous on these awake with me lens. We see through that, man. No matter what level that we are on in our own spirituality, which by the way brings you to yourself. So you don't have to take the higher road, higher purpose. I'm servicing all of mankind kind of approach to spirituality. Let's go think outside, jump outside our paradigm, fix the box. And cue action. Action. Satisfaction. Okay, so I'm kind of superficially spiritual in every kind of way. Now, can we date, debate, speak? What swan is so pretty that it wants to speak to me and reveals its beautiful dive fishery. Intentions Babbler speaks. Okay, let me go back to this reading because this is supposed to be seeds that we're breeding anyways. But yes, thank you for tuning in. I absolutely am thankful and super excited that my YouTube channel is growing to over 10,000 views and 70 something subscribers now. When I get to 111, I will say right now that I might go live somehow on YouTube, although the fear in me or the conditioned part of me that resists that part too, it's going to say Queen of Swords, now take a seat and take a dive and go deepest and go live. Woo! Okay, but anyways, that was just an excerpt from Spirit Talk that happens in my mind, regardless if I say it out loud or not. Okay, so without further ado, we are bringing Swan Spirit's time for a deep dive message to you at this time. Thank you for doing it, and make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe too. Oh, I love you. Okay, in every kind of way. No, there is much deeper potential for loving connections. Oh yes, can I say Ashe? Okay, forgiveness and mutual understanding for your overstanding. That is the harmony that we are creating, commanding, demanding, and never settling for anything less than freaking authentic. Okay, that is what I call like galactic. Okay, choose to dive deep into your why. Always ask why. Why never ends. Why? And why don't kids annoy us when they say why? Why? Because it pushes and it triggers the adults in their lives to go a little bit deeper than the surface of their current state of conditioning. Yes. Why do you ask a question with a question? Why do you ask a question? Oh, I detect interaction of stimulation. Sometimes it has to show itself. Doesn't necessarily mean that everything has to be sexual, you see, but we are powerfully charged by all the catalysts of things, of strings that move our senses wild. Yes. Asking the deeper questions of yourself, you are led by the grace of Swan Spirit. Swan Spirit visits you. Isn't Swan Spirit cute too? I hear that. I was told that sometimes, especially for some of the Medines on this land that are awakening, that my voice and its soprano state can be a little too much for them to take. And I get it. Raspies. But don't you hear the raspies and knees that Spirit brings? It's like, okay. So your soprano annoys some people's too. Well, we got you your sexy, sultry alto, raspiness too. So, how you like me now? Bring it to you, Swan Spirit too. In a state of alto, Romeo and Juliet type expressions. Coming to you live, Enchantress theBabbler style. Poetic dive. We take dives over here in this hive. Okay. Don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now, okay? The necessary work and patience, trust. It takes a lot of patience, especially start with yourself. But pat yourself on the back for that too, and just be thankful. I wake up every day thankful. Okay, how's that for emotional? Swan, which makes me cry. Good tears. Because I'm reminded of the gratitude that it's felt. I didn't mean to throw Swan. It's felt here. Okay, the necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy, but have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Have you stepped into an opportunity that you know feels too good? Okay? Feels too good to be true. It might not turn out the way you would hope. Well, those fear mongrels of those 9 of Swords, if you looked at my other video that's uploading at this time, it's another sexual tarot magic story of divine masculine energies showing up in the 9 of Swords energies, but it's about the perception you see. So check that video if you want to go a little bit deep, dive into the deep of the message that came up for the divine masculine energies that, needs to not to see in his perception of the swords, mental energies, or actual things that are just like stabbing. Well, you pierce with a sword, so painful things, or just contractual things, or like conditioning kind of things, or things that are no longer of our alignment but still part of our lives, that, you know, that might cause us unnecessary anguish or strife or just stress or delays or frustrations in every kind of way. Or how about when you like try to deny and things break all the time, or, you know, things like that. So, okay, so now is not the time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment, because when you come from that fear-based kind of actuality that is misaligned with the current now of reality, you create a lot of imaginings that necessarily just beat you down in the mental anguish kind of style. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that's truth or solution for you. That's more of just that fear model that is conditioned and spoon-fed to you to resist the change that is transitioning and transforming you now, today. So you have to understand that that is not part of your current stance or command post. So to release that from your heavy that you can carry is by acknowledging it and awareness for what it actually is. I know you, sword. You're trying to stab me again. So now I raise you from the dead. How do I transmute you? Oh, we're going to get into that too. Transmute, transmute, transmute. If you're looking for some spiritual services to work with me, East meets West, spiritual services at gmail.com. You can contact me there, or theBabbler@gmail.com, and we can schedule some one-on-one fun to get you through many of your own triggers that you are looking for some inspiration of clarity to raise within you to transmute these things we can call like demons or like blockages, you know, whatever colorful expression you want to give these things that do not serve you in your current now. You know, that is the message of right now that I'm going to tune in somehow. So have no fear. Okay. Oh, I just said okay, have no fear, for whatever you find below will help you love and understand yourself and others and make better choices. Can you sense Swan Spirit calling you to dive deep and resurface to choose again more wisely with you? So that is the thing that's going to do. We're going to bring up to you what is of nothing, that what doesn't serve you, that you don't want. I don't want that. I don't want that, Swan. I don't want that. Okay. Well, it's here. I see that. Okay. It's here. Okay. So it already has occurred, has happened, is what it is. This is what it is, and what it's not is not. Okay, it's not what I want it to be. Okay. Well, what do you want this to be? Well, not that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay. You're raising it from the dead. The energy is all around it. It's glowing. The aura is growing. It's glowing. It's an energy. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be given away, carried, or transformed. Okay. If we transform it, then we transmute it. Okay. Well, what do you need it to be? I said, not that. Well, dears, well, my dears, until you make it clear, the alchemy that you are transcribing for your ultimate transformation and transmute, that you are inner gliding for your compute, you have all the answers existing within inside you. The awareness that you bring to the sword that is before you, that you are raising from the dead. I like telekinesis. I like to sword specialist over here. Archery at its finest. But you gotta be clear. You gotta be precise. What is this sword going to transform into, so that the damage that it once brought, or the